Hi guys, welcome back to Do So Confidently, where we are changing tracks from our gaming experience and attempting to code something from scratch in a language I don't quite know very well. So we are playing with Unity 2D. We are building a Mario Maker style level designer. The last time we were here, we were able to get these blocks shown. They don't do anything when I play. They're just placed. We had some trouble with that. It took an hour, but we were able to do that. And all right, and so we're gonna pick up where we left off. I'm gonna greet my chatters here. Hi Chi, I see Chi Panda. I see Alex Garad. Hi guys. Welcome. We're doing something new today, something a little bit different. First thing I want to do though is, this is a little bit, since we're just going to let people trickle in for a second here. I noticed that I did not hear the sound on my intro, so I'm going to play it again, and I need you guys to tell me if you have sound, because I don't know if it's just me because I'm not monitoring it, like I can't hear it, or if it just didn't show up. So if you guys could just enjoy my new intro. But tell me if it has sound. It should. It's just a few seconds. So yeah, here we go. Let's try this again. And I actually have it on my stream deck now. So let's try this. All right. Let me know. What do you think? Did it have sound? Was it pretty? Was it amazingly beautiful and awesome? No, it's not. It was the first attempt that I did in one set. Well, okay, good. There's sound. I can't hear it. That's fine. I heard it for 3 hours when I was making it. I don't need to hear it. But it did kind of freak me out that there was no sound on my side. All right, so yay, we have an intro. We also have an outro. You guys will see that I have a Patreon now, and on my outro there is going to be a thanks, if you haven't seen it on the Discord yet. It's actually not updated because now I have 2 patrons, thanks to my 2 mods who are my 2 Discord mods who, because they are Discord mods, just know things because they see me working on things in the background, whether I want them to or not. And they jumped the gun, as I like to say, and found my Patreon page, and yeah. So I have 2 patrons, but I am not advertising that or pushing that or even putting it out until May with my update. But all that to say, when you see my intro, it's going to have one of the 2 patrons on there because I haven't updated it yet. And don't feel bad that it's got patrons, because boys will be boys, apparently, and do things. So, all right. Tonight is glasses night. Hi, Seven. How you doing? Because we are... Oh, they're filthy. Let me fix that real quick. We are reading code, and I can play games and see pictures just fine. Reading, I will end up with a headache if I do this without reading. So we are going to do this really quick. All right, let's see here. That's still filthy. What is wrong with these glasses? Apparently I haven't worn them in a bit. Hey, there's my 7. I'm going to set those up to be automatic soon, Alex. I just haven't gotten to play with it yet. But yeah, I can set that up so it's, unless you like typing, which I'm sure you do because you made half these, so I'll leave that up to you if you want them automatic or not. Now my headphones are in the way. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, sure, take away my one job. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured you would say. And my hair's wet. I'm a very clean little girl right now. I don't even know why I have headphones. I think it's just so if there's sound on anything, you guys don't get an echo. Honestly, I'm not even going to wear them. If I need them, I'll put them on. So, yes. All right. So, what were we doing? I'm trying to remember. Let me pull up my Trello board. So you guys have full access to my screen. I think I have kind of censored out everything that needs to be. I mean, it's not censored, but it's like hiding. Like the only thing on this screen is stuff that pertinent to this. So Sana. Oh you get to try Megan soap. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to order that. Not gonna lie. I don't want feedback. There we go. All right, so let's see here. So, level designer. All right, so what we are working on is in progress. All right, so clicking should create a new object that can be dragged around. Actually, I'm going to kind of leave that in progress. I'm going to grab there it is. We need a hand cursor. This one's important. You can't run around a level designer without a cursor. One of our friends, Alex, I think she's been here once or twice. Miserabella, Miserabella. Her name is Megan. She makes Etsy crafts and makes soaps, and they are absolutely adorable. And Seven bought some, so she was showing them off in her stream today. That's Megan soaps. All right, so I just lost my train of thought. Okay, we need a hand cursor. Hand cursors, I think, are going to be relatively easy. So I'm going to treat this like, don't need plugins. We need, oh, and holler, I know some of this stuff you guys are not going to be able to read, like the stuff around here. I know it's probably super, super tiny and hidden behind my camera for most of you, which, there's not an easy place to put that camera that's not going to hide stuff. I guess in the bottom corner might be better. So let me move my camera real quick. Where's my editor? I'm just going to, oh, nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. Camera, please. Camera, please. Don't touch things in midstream, apparently. That is the lesson to be learned. Alright, you know what? Camera's staying there. Sorry, guys. I will make a note to myself to move said camera. Oh, never mind. I don't have a pen up here. Do I have boost note here yet? Boost. I do not have boost note. Okay. I'll just remind me, Alex, to move my camera on the desktop screen, please. You could throw it in the Discord. That would be amazing. Okay. Oh, you guys are probably going to hear Discord too because I have desktop audio just in case there's some sounds. All right. Trying this again. So, scripts. I'm going to create a new folder this time. Create a folder, and this is, I'm just going to call this level designer. All right. And in this folder, we are going to have a new script, and it's going to be hand controller. And I'm calling it that because I already know, based on the conversation within the Archangler company, that we're using a theta hand. Theta is our little computer character. So we're using a theta hand, which I need to go see if I have the file for, because that's kind of important. I didn't even get that far. Let's see here. You guys are not seeing that, which is just perfect. I don't want you to see that just because it is chat. I need... I just requested the theta hand and the sound effects. There. Okay, I just requested it. Let's get back to here to where I could see my lovely peoples who are awfully quiet tonight, which is just fine because that's we're already kind of, oh gosh, floundering today. Plugins. I've been on research at work. Nope, scripts. There you go. And so my brain is just pretty much mush all day, every day. And I was sick earlier this week, so it's just me and thinking are not best of pals right now. So object picker. I don't remember why we had an object picker. Oh, don't worry about distracting me. This is why I do this. If I didn't want to be distracted, I would film it. It was already really loud earlier. No, you weren't. Alright, so I know that you guys can't see. I know you guys can't read this. I'm going to fix that here in a second. As soon as I remember how. Alright. There we go. And fix this one. So it's roughly the same size. There we go. Alright, so hi Braid Nintendo, how you doing? We're doing some programming today. Trying to make a Mario Maker style level designer for a game that I am working on the side on. Let's see here. So I know I'm trying to remember which of these are the basics for just here's a hand and here is it moving. I'm pretty sure it probably needs the rigid body. So let's see here. Let's start here. We don't need to move speed. We don't need jump speed. We do need just a. All right. So we need. Brain Nintendo is a fun little family-friendly streamer. I think he's family-friendly. He's also a streamer. I've only made it to 1 or 2 streams. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember exactly what you're doing. You're welcome to say what you're playing right now. But yeah, I just met Braid Nintendo. We are doing. So we need basic movements. Yeah, let's do it this way. This way. Basement. Ted's supposed to be here, and that's exactly where my brain went. Basic movement, speed. Definitely family friendly. Yes, but definitely family friendly. It should be constant. So I should be able to say public float. Actually, let's do it as a private. No, public, because we can change it in the editor if it's public. Public float hand move speed equal it's being helpful and I wasn't ready for it to be helpful. Don't care about this because I know what that is and I know what that is. So when we first start, the hand move speed equals oh wait, we're not setting that. We're going to let the editor set that. The editor is going to set that. I do some Nintendo content right now. I am playing Yoshi's Crafted World. Okay, Breath of the Wild, indie games, Smash Brothers. Also like Animal Crossing. Yes. Yes. I cannot wait for the new Animal Crossing to come out. Alright, so I know that we need the move speed. Because when you move the hand around, it needs to know how fast that hand is moving. And you know, maybe someday we want to add a sensitivity to that. And then we can have a range of move speeds. And let people, you know, pick it. If they want it to move faster, if they're working on a bigger screen, sometimes you need it to move faster. If you're working on a smaller screen, you can move it slower. I was just streaming him last night. There you go. Alright, Seven. Good luck. Seven's probably going to fall asleep with the baby. She tends to do that sometimes, which she has a right. Alright, so we don't care about grounding, we don't care about swinging, moving left, moving right. We do care about, movement input. And the first thing I'm going to just step aside here now, and we're going to come here and we're going to see Unity 2D capture all movement. I don't know if that's a good search term. Nope, not capture. Input for all directions. How about that? So we right now we're only working with a keyboard and a mouse. Eventually we're going to convert this to a controller, and when we do, I think we need to have the Nintendo version of Unity to do that. So we're doing just basic keyboard input right now. Easy to convert later. That being said, I need to be able to go left and right and up and down, whereas for Theta, as a character, we only cared about left and right because up and down was done through jumping and physics. So for a hand, though, or for a mouse, we want to capture all speed. So this person is asking for help, and they broke it out. Let's see if there is a way to combine it. All right, so they just taking each direction and doing that. Is there four-way direction movement using character controller? Okay. I don't care about running. Left, right, up and down. These are all animations. You can see for everyone in forward direction. Okay, so let's see. The character controller I think is more useful and efficient component for characters. One thing you can make more efficient is to use the input axis, which is much easier and simpler. Transform. Translate is one of the worst ways, I think, to move any physical object. For character controllers, you have move by far better. You can add directions. What's the date on this? 2011. So this is old too. All right. All right, let's try this. Unity 2D. Create cursor. How to make a mouse cursor a crosshair. It's not what we care about. Unity scripting. But the thing is, we don't want to capture cursor because I don't want to use my mouse. National North Dakota Day. They have a day for everything. North Dakota's special. The thing is, I don't want to use a mouse specifically because when it comes to converting that, I would rather just say, like right now, get input AWSD, and then later that could be get input joystick right, left, up, down. So conversion wise, I don't want to use a mouse to create a cursor. I want to move it with AWSD. So I think for now, platformer cursor. Let's try this one. How old is it? 2015. That's not too bad. But yeah, see, this is mouse position, which I don't care about. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be kind of hard to research. There's too many options for streaming finding an answer. So let's just start writing. See what we come up with. So if that's the way we're going to do it, then this is going to be horizontal because we need to capture both left and right. And then if I do that, I can paste it, and then we need vertical. All right. So now that's all I care about. Speed, being able to move up and down, and being able to move left and right, because what we can do is if you're moving A and W together, you can math that and move at an angle. I'm thinking that's how it works. We could try it. So Alex, how was your day today? And how's Braden's day? And gee, if she's still here. Like, how are you guys doing? I'm doing a ton of talking, and I don't have anything to drink, so I need to stop talking before I get thirsty. We're going to do an update on update. Is it? Yeah, on update. So this is what we care about right here. So horizontal input equals input dot get axis raw. This is going to be horizontal. And we can do that because Unity is just, this is Unity built-in things. It just knows what this means. And then we're going to do vertical input equals input dot get axis raw. And actually, I'm going to do this to get rid of. Oh, is that a thing? There it goes. Okay, different on a Mac. And this is going to be vertical. Well, it was very warm today. Yay, 70! Oh, I love the 70s. I got to sleep in. Then I went to my kid's school and served in the classroom playground. Now just relaxing. Oh, that's fun. Oh gosh, kids playing in the park. I'm looking outside. It's already 9:30 for me. Actually, it's already almost 10 o'clock for me. It's dark outside. Yeah, like that's still. But I mean, I understand. I know you're West Coast, and so you still have sun, but I do not. Oh, how fun! You have a park right across the street. That's fun. Alright, let's just see what this does. So I also know that we're going to go ahead and say that we need the rigid body because I think it needs a rigid body in order to collide with things, which we need collision in order to determine that we've clicked stuff. So it's way too hot. Well, you would not like it here. We've been in the 80s every day. Getting down in like the low 60s, high 50s, and then we'll hit 70 before 9 o'clock. 70, 75. And it's humid. So it's not even dry heat. It's just heat. So we're going to go ahead and do, so that's basic movement speed. Directional inputs. And then we're going to do, these are comments for those of you who haven't been around for coding with me or anything. Comments are basically escapes lines, which means that the compiler, when it goes to run this code, it sees those two slashes and says, oh, this is just a note. Don't actually try to run this as code. So these comments help me organize my thoughts. So we have basic movement speed, we have directional inputs, we need rigid body, and I have mosquitoes in my house because my house has been open for like 3 weeks. At least we don't get the humidity. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Had a good day. Very busy day. I didn't get to leave work until 4, and I still have a little bit of work left to do after this, so I've got to go back to work after this. Basic document formatting stuff for a research project, so not too bad. But just long days of research. And I'm hearing, oh, that's a massive mosquito. No, kitty, you cannot reach that. If you can reach that, we're making some money. That thing's 3 times our size. Holy cow. Well, I know what I'm taking care of this afternoon. Or this evening. Yeah, I gotta get these bugs out of my house. I actually think that's 2 of them. I think that's why it's huge. Okay, sorry. So we're doing a rigid body for collision. And we're doing an animator because it is going to have a little click thing. Don't care about ground. I think I just saw a 3rd mosquito. I've got to get rid of these things. These things are massive. I'm looking up here, and it is literally, with their legs, they're like that big. Did not realize I had so many bugs in my house until I closed my back door. The closest thing I've done to this web page design about 13 years ago, but I had to force myself to learn things because it was so different. I love it. I love it. So, we need public rigid body 2D, my rigid body, and public animator, my anim. Alright, and now these, because these are very constant, like once this thing is created, it should never be like it should not change from a rigid body to a collision, for instance. So since these, like this type, the animator and the rigid body should not change, we are going to throw these here in the start. So when this scene is started, they are created, and that's it. That's all there is to it. So what we're going to say is my rigid body equals new rigid body 2D. And let me see, how did I do that? So that's on awake. Oops. I guess we should, oh, I'm doing it wrong. So let's do it this way. Let's not do it this way. So on awake, that's what we really care about, because awake is actually what I was saying. So void awake. So when this scene is created, my rigid body equals get component rigid body 2D. So, and I'll show you how this will work in a second. So my anim equals get component animator. There we go. Alright, so maybe it's a square. I don't know, it's big and the cat was hunting it. The thing was the size of the cat's face. Kent says booyah. I don't see your message. There you are. Sound off, can't stand chat, but 7 mentioned you. Ah, hi. Well, welcome then. Gosh, I'm gonna have to fumigate this house. Everywhere I look, there are mosquitoes. Yay for South Carolina. Alright. So, and I need to do this right here. So this is going to be creation. Ball and chain. Hi. Yes. This is my creativity. You have the visual pretty creativity. I have the make everything behind the scenes work creativity. We're trying to get just a basic cursor going. So we have oh, and guys, ball and chain is also another siren streamer. Basically it just means lady streamer. And she has, sometimes she'll do design things, like she'll stream drawing out icons and things. But she's also a gamer, and so she's fun to hang out with. You can check out her channel if you get a chance. Okay, so we don't care about start. I actually think I'm going to get rid of this until we need it, because it's not necessary. Awake is kind of the same thing as start, it's just not quite. I can't see from my tiny phone. C#. Yes, it is C#. It's Unity. And I'm sorry, I've got it blown up. I can blow it up a little bit more. But we're getting into the, like, I can hardly type on this phase at this point. So we have our movement speed, we have horizontal and vertical inputs, we have the rigid body, which gives it a form, we have the animator, which lets us, like, go click. When the scene is created, we grab both of those out of the Unity editor, and every frame we're checking for an input, or we're grabbing an input if the one is there. If not, then it's just a null or empty. So yeah, so this, what I need now is I need to actually move it. So let's see here. I know a tiny bit, it's mostly JavaScript since I'm a web developer, but I use Construct. Yes, and I'm losing my voice already. I haven't had much of a voice all week because I've been sick, but we're going to try to make it through this. Yeah, so anything you want to add, because I am teaching myself as I go. I have a web page here where we've already hit Googling things. This is the team board for what we're working on. Hey, Ken says, booyah! I'm not looking at my screen. So I didn't see the notification, and I don't have headphones on, so I didn't hear the notification. But I see an event log. So thank you for subscription. Thank you for the subscription. But yeah, if you guys are able to hang around, that's great. I have an outro that I'm going to throw up because I was able to create things and I'm excited to show them off. But yeah. All right, so creating a theta hang cursor. So let's see, did they give me, they gave me the cursor. I need to download that. I am assuming that Gumbalaya is Nate, are you in stream? I need a way to download that. I have them in a Discord chat on the side that but Nate said he was going to be in the stream. Ted said he was going to be in the stream, but we all know how Ted works. Well, those of us who are part of the basement know how Ted works. Ted is on Ted time. And I could say that because he's not here to defend himself. Can you throw it into Unity and push it up, please? There we go. Alright, there we go. I'm trying to get my cursor, my sprite. I don't do the art. Ted makes the music, Nate makes the art, and sometimes Ted will help with like some of the bigger art, like the backgrounds and stuff, but I think for the most part it's Ted is music, Nate is art, and me and Bernard are the code. Divergent Bowtie, hi, how you doing? Crane flies, mosquito hawks, skeeter hawks, and it is apparently is a myth that they eat mosquitoes. I need a hawk. Give me a hawk. How you doing, bird bowtie? Ted is Ted is always Ted. All right, so we are going back to this because I haven't gotten to even like see this work. So we have this script now. It doesn't do anything yet. Let's make it do something real quick. I need it to I don't care about the speed. I want to get to the position. I want to set the position, and I'm trying to remember how to do that. We need, okay, here's my update. And it's really hard for me to read this as big as it is because I'm used to having like a whole picture, but anything for you guys, anything. So we have a horizontal input. We have the math. So this is the player controller. We have dampening effects on it, which actually they're broken. They're buggy right now, so they're not even really working. I had to step away and take a break from them. But I'm trying to remember how I set the speed at the end. That's what I'm trying to find. Excuse me, I have the hiccups now. That's transforming, so that's the animation, which we don't care about. I'm going to make this, scoot this over so I can read what I'm doing. That's swing. We don't care about the swing. Set float, set bull. There we go. This is what we care. This is what we care about. I'm actually just going to steal this whole thing just because we can. Control, and then I'll edit it. I'll edit it to be relevant. So this is get the inputs. This is store the new, actually set the new location based on inputs. Oops. That's not a Mac. Control, not, aw. Just screwed that up. Copy. Ugh. Copy. There we go. Alright, so we're, why is my rigid body not a thing? My rigid body. Did I spell it wrong? Curious now. I don't know why it was fussing about that because that's totally a thing. So this is going to be, so this is the movement speed. Oh no, the X, try to remember how to do this. Because I've updated this to be all kinds of fancy. So that's the X. My dog's about to start barking. So we need a new X, a new Y. And we don't care about Z because this is a 2D game. So we need a new X and a new Y. The new X is going to be my rigid body dot velocity dot X plus horizontal input. We're just going to try this. And this is going to be a, let's just take that out, move it into here. And I'm just going to drop this down to a new line. It's not changing the functionality, it's just making it more readable. So we have 3 parameters, so I'm able to do it this way. There. And I like to bring that back a tab there. Okay, so the X is that, the Y plus vertical input. So Y-axis, X-axis. That's how that works. Do I typically code on Mac? For the past 5 years, my work computer was a Mac, and now that I've got my new job, when I changed jobs, I was given the option, and because of new Mac, I took a Mac. So yes, at work, I develop on a Mac, like strictly. And I just built this machine about a month ago, and it's a Windows machine because it's built by hand. And the conversion, I haven't been on a Windows machine in, well, we use virtual machines at work, which are Windows machines, so flipping between those has been hard too, but there's little things you can do to make it easier. But yeah, I haven't done very well in that front of learning the conversion. Yeah, I don't think I have a like command. You'll just have to ask. Or you can make a like command if you want to, Alex. I won't stop you. All right, so the idea is that if this is negative, then it will displace. If this is negative, so let's say, okay, let's take our x-axis, right? So think of an x-axis like a timeline. There is a 0. The scene has a 0, 0 axis. If I am pushing to my left, if I'm moving the controller left, then I want to go left, which is below 0. So it's negative. That's going to be all the way up to -1. -1 being a full press. Same thing with the right, except for the right is a +1 with the full press. So what I'm saying here then is take the current X value of wherever my cursor is. Take the current X value and add whatever the input is. So that could be a negative or a positive number. So if I'm adding a negative, then it's going to subtract, which is going to keep moving left. If I'm adding a positive, then it's going to add and move right. I know that. Why is this saying it doesn't know what it is? What did I spell wrong? This is eating at me now. What did I? Oh, body. I have body capitalized here. Fine. I'll fix it. Control A. Nope. Let's do this. Control R. Control Shift R. Nope. Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Forget it. Okay, it can stay. Why is it yellow? I don't care if it's inefficient. I don't care. Alright, let's just see what this does. Developing on Mac is easier. I have it partitioned so I could stream on the Windows side easier, but I know the struggle of switching between. Yeah, and mine was that it doesn't, like, this is a 2D game, so this is not heavy, but trying to run the programs was not feasible on my Mac. I'm also down to just my work Mac, which is locked down and can be taken or replaced at any time. So it's just easier to just move to Windows for now. All right, so we have this hand controller. That's what we just built. So now what we want to do is we need to create a cursor. So here in our level designer, we're going to add a 2D object. Nope, we're going to create empty. And this empty thing is going to be called cursor. All right, now this cursor, there's its transform. We are going to add a script. Nope, we're going to add controller. All right, and then we also want to add a sprite renderer so we can see it, and we want to add a rigid body 2D. Okay, so all those little elements I just created in my script, I added here, because what this does, so now that I have the script in here, you notice there's hand movement speed, horizontal input, vertical input. Actually, those do not need to be public. Let me change those to private real quick, because we don't want to change that. That's not something you change. It's done by the controller. So we're actually going to make this private and private. And if I control save this, and if I flip back to here, then there they go. They disappeared. So now we have just the movement speed. We have the rigid body, which is going to be this guy. And we need an animator, add component, animator. Right, we're going to take this and that's going to go there. So I just drag and dropped it and told it what it is. So now as far as the script is concerned, those fields that I did not fill in are now filled in, because it's going to go through the Unity editor and grab them here. I'm going to give the hand speed of 5, which is actually pretty fast. Theta walks at 7 on the game. So that's something to keep in mind. And I will show you guys the game here actually. But first, let's just see if we even have a cursor. So let's play this. All right, we're waiting for it to start up. All right, we do not have a cursor. We don't have a cursor because I don't have a sprite. I think that's the only reason why. So I need to take a sprite, just any sprite. Show done is in the art folder. Okay, so if I go to collab, what? There we go. Update. Save. I'm pulling down, so Nate, while what I sent to him in Discord was I was asking him for the sprite for the Theta hand. And he put it, so we have this collab set up, he put it in there and then it told me, hey, you got new things. Go grab it. So now he said it's in the art folder, so if we go to the art, I am not seeing, there's the reticle, fall and float, Theta hand, there it is. Alright, so we have a Theta hand. So now what I gotta do, did they cut this up the way it was supposed to do? I'm gonna say they did not. So what I need to do then, and I don't know how to do this because I did not do this last time, so I'm going to figure this out real quick. We need to, no, I don't want to open that. No. Wish there was a cancel, but there was not. Inspector. There we go. There we go. Sprite Editor. Nate, if you're listening, I need to remember how to split this apart. Here's a Sprite Editor. Let's look at this real quick. We need to slice it, but it's not letting me slice it. Alright, so that's not up yet. Alright, I just asked him to slice it for me. In the meantime, I'm just going to grab something else. What's our hand going to be? So this is all stuff from a tutorial, so we're just going to move around. Let's move around a key. Let's move around a green key just for contrast here. So I'm going to click this and I'm going to, nope, not going to drag it here. We need it to go to cursor, take the green key, move it to sprite render. Now we have a key. All right. Hi, Zach. How you doing? Yes, we're back on this again. Play. Let's see if we have a cursor now. Okay, rigid body gave it gravity. So maybe we don't want a rigid body. We don't, let's just remove this rigid body for now. Remove component. Let's, yes, I know it's missing. Just like delete it or something. I don't want it there. Alright, let's come back here real quick. Let's comment it out so it's not going to blow up. Alright, so what we need then, we're going to take this again, but instead of rigid body, we're just going to do no. Ugh. Oh, okay, that's what that does. So they're supposed to be able to mass delete, but all right, you. There. Now the whole thing's in a comment, so it's not being read as code. We still need to set our vertical inputs. What have I missed? It is not a top-down game. I will show you the game real quick, the actual game. It is a Mario Maker level designer, so I have a cursor. Yes, it's a Metroidvania. Here, I'll show you real quick, because I need to clear my brain anyway. So, if I go to, let's save that. If I go to, scenes, we go to our test scene, it might have music. I don't know if it's loud. Holler if it's loud. Be prepared. It might be loud. We might have actually turned it off. You guys might have some volume now. Alright. So this is Theta. He runs right and left. So he has a dampening. He speeds up to start. He slows down to stop. It doesn't work on the change. He has a pretty direct change. But what he can do is this. So he can grab things. He can loop around. I mean, it's still in its infancy, so it's a little buggy. He can also, like, he can push himself up from the ground. I'm not good at this part. Yeah, like he can do that. He can. Oh, I'm not good at this game at all. Oh, and he respawns. So this is all we've gotten so far. Oh, and we have buggy floors. Like, it doesn't like you running this way sometimes. Sometimes the crack between the things will get you. But yeah, this is theta. So what we're doing, so the idea behind this game is when it comes out, it's going to come out with a set of like basic, like an overworld and some real basic things to get people started. But then it's going to be heavy level creation. You go in, you create a level based on the elements we give you, and when you create that level, it will seed into gameplay. It's not going to be Mario Maker where you create a level and then you send a code and have somebody play it. It actually gets seeded in. If you think about the Metroid Prime games, how when you go from area to area, you go into an airlock room and the room loads and it's got its own little puzzles and its own little upgrades and things, and then you go through the next door and it's a new section but it's the same biome. That's what we're doing, except for those sections will be some that we create as a base, and then intermixed is going to be user created levels for diversity. So the gameplay is infinite because no matter how many times you play the game, it's randomly seeded where the user levels are going to be in, and it's biome based. So you can run around a biome for hours and get rarely hit the same level twice. That's the idea. This is as far as we got. We have a character that can move. So yeah. And just, I'll go ahead and do, I told them I was going to do the shameless plug. I'll go ahead and do the shameless plug. I'm going to move this over real quick because I support, I'm going to my personal page to look. And then when I find it, I'll give it to you guys, just so you guys, because there's like a video that explains it better, and clearer, and you can kind of go digging through that after stream. My memberships, there we go. Muffin tops. Here we go. So I'm going to toss this into chat. As soon as I find my chat, I lost my chat. There it is. There you are. I found you. Yeah, the amount of code. So this is the that's the Patreon for the game. And the only people on there are Ted and Nate. I am a supporter on the Patreon, and then I was like, hey, I can learn to code this if you want me to help. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I told them that I would shamelessly plug it for them since they were letting me live stream this. Obviously, the more sensitive areas, when we get to sensitive areas, it's not going to be live streamed. But this is real basic stuff, really basic stuff, like getting a cursor on a scene. So that is not anything groundbreaking or brand new that somebody can steal and say they did. Because they could probably do it better, if I am honest. There's my bugs. They're back. I don't want to kill them. I do want to kill them. I hate killing bugs. Not because they're bugs and not because of sympathy. I can't stand the feel of killing bugs. Like, I hate crunches and guts. There. Okay, I said it. And my cat is stalking them. Okay, so back to what we were doing. We need to store these on, I'm thinking on the transform. So if I do that, let's go back to our handy dandy Google. Unity 2D store or change character location. Alright, 2D. I don't want to switch system. I don't want to switch characters. How can I set the position in Sprite? Alright, so position is a vector 3. That's what we want. So this is an X, a Y, and a Z, which we don't care about Z, but it's there. So we have an X, and Y, and a Z. So we're going to take, actually I'm just going to steal that because that's exactly what I would call it. Let's go back to this code. We now have a position. Oh. I think that's got to go up here. That's not, where was that code at? Where was that code sitting? Was it in a method? It should have been in a method. Alright, Ballin, thanks for hanging. You enjoy your rest. Alright, so I need this vector 3 position. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a position. This is a vector 3. This is position. Alright, so our position equals new vector 3. Wait. Yes. We're doing, I think it's ooh, let's make it, it doesn't matter, it can be moderator only, so plus M, or you can leave it blank and have it open to anyone who wants to use that command. More often than not, you guys will be the only one using it. I would say just leave it blank. Just don't put anything there. Just go ahead and keep writing out the command. And if it becomes a problem of people spamming it or using it or whatever, then we'll change it to moderators. I can do that in the system. All right, so I need have that. Get the inputs, set the new position. So the X is going to be transform dot position dot X. Yep. Plus, nope. Plus horizontal input. Bless me. Yeah, it needs 3 more. Okay. Stop yelling at me. Stop it. I will get there. It's trying to tell me you're not done yet. I know I'm not done yet. Control D. And this is going to be Y. This is vertical input. And then the last one is 0F. Bless you. Thank you. Hi, Ted. How you doing? Ted made it. I've already put my shameless plug in for Archangler. And I've already shown off that scene too. We're trying to get the hand working now. And now that I've sneezed, I can't hardly breathe or talk. But we're doing it. I love Alex. He's such a good greeter. Alright, so now that I've already shown that scene off, let's go back to Level Designer. Nate is currently trying to split the, he gave me the hand, but it's one sprite. So I need, he said he might be able to split it. I haven't heard back from him. So yeah, so for now we're using a key for our hand. We have on the cursor, we have a transform, And I'm hoping I did this right. We have a position 0, 0, 0. We have an animator, which we're not using yet. We have a sprite renderer, which is our key right now. There's the animator that we're not using yet. Let's see what this does when we hit play. Okay, we're not falling anymore, but we are also alright, so it's changing, but it is not storing. Okay, you can see over in position, if I do this, like it's trying to change, and it changes both at the same time too. Love it! Beautiful, Alex. Beautiful, beautiful. You did something new. Whoop! Or as Seven would say, wheat! Oh, my hair. I took a shower. Like, I was running. My brother came and visited me today, and I don't get to see him much, so I took as long as I could to the last second to hang out with him, and then I needed a shower. So, like, my hair is all wet, and yeah. At least I'm clean. But I keep like glancing over and catching myself in the camera, and I'm like, I might put my headphones back on. Hi, kitty kitties. Still hunting the mosquitoes. All right, so this is not working yet. So what did we forget to do? Let me think. So, I know it's something super basic. So that's setting it. Oh, I wonder if... Oh, okay. I got it. I know what we forgot to do. I know what we forgot to do. I hope this is it. Transform.position equals the new position. So what we did is we created this piece, but then we didn't put it anywhere. We just said, hey, here's a new piece. Let's just set it on the floor. So what I did now is I took the new piece we created and stuck it back on the position so it's overwriting. So let's see. Let's see if it does that. See if it does that. Let me save that real quick and make sure it comes over. Control save. Should be an easy render. Like, since switching to this off of my Mac, one of the biggest things I've seen is that there's like no render time for me now. I'm not waiting for this to update and decide if there's problems. It's just pretty much instant. Alright, so we are playing. Whoa! You remember I said about it being 5? So 5 is too fast. So here's a fun little trick. So I can come over here to cursor while we're playing, and I can change this to be like 1. Oops, 1. There you go. Come back over here. Let's hit enter, something. There we go. Alright, that did not change it. So the speed has absolutely nothing to do. The speed's not affecting it. But we have movement. And we have diagonal movement. It's really cracking me up. 99% assured I did that correctly. Okay, so if you notice here, I have collab. We have stuff from Nate. Let's update. Let's go to art. Let's close this down. Yes, that is great, Nate. We are going to do, we need cursor. Take this, put it there. Oh, it's so tiny. It is a really tiny little cursor. I'm not sure who's calling over there. I don't have this set up. You guys are probably hearing it, actually, so I'm going to decline it for now. Not sure if that was an intentional call or not. Ted, talk to me in chat if that was an intentional call, and I will hop on. This is feeding through my desktop though, and Put 2 in the X and Y scale for them. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I am happy to get on call. I just, like, forgot that that was a thing. Hi, Light. How you doing? Yeah, there is so much blue. I have faithful people. Oh, yeah, that's right. Scale. Scale, scale, scale. 2. 2 and 2. There we go. Thanks, Ted. See, Ted does this stuff. So, it's a light. Light, I have not updated my outro. I apologize. I didn't have time. So, you're not on it yet, but you will be. But yeah. So, let me see what I'm missing on the Discord now, because yeah, she did help. And I'm not sure, Nate said he was going to be here, but I have not seen him in chat. Like, he hasn't typed anything, but that doesn't mean he's not here. So, alright, so we have that. Now I need to figure out, why is speed not a thing? Let's go back and let's look at our code for theta real quick. Code for theta. It sets it. So that's jumping. That's animations. We don't care about those. Oops. Let's go to the top of fixed update. We don't want fixed update. Fixed update is the grappling hook. What we want is update, because update is the walking. Alright, so we get our collisions. We get our horizontal left and right input. It's the side scroller. Kind of multitasking right now, but you'll have my full attention in a couple minutes. Alright. Getting our input. Deciding on if we're moving left or right. No biggie. Get the current move speed. Get the current move speed. This is all the dampening stuff, but what it's doing is it's coming down to a move speed. We have a math clamp, which is just saying take the current move speed, make sure it's no less than 0 and no more than our max, which is fine. There's our swinging. Then we set animations. And then we set motion state. Well, I bet that is bugged because we're not saving anything. I can't find transform local scale. Alright, so here's more movement. So this is walking. Okay, hold on. Here's walking. My rigid velocity is the final movement speed, the velocity of y, and 0. So we're coming up. How are we coming up with final move speed? So final move speed, it's just a negative or positive. So current move speed. How are we coming up with current move speed? Current move speed. Clamp is such a useful function. I can't believe it's not part of standard math. Yep. I agree. Well, I mean, most programming languages have a cap method like that, but I can't remember what it's called. I know, I'm thinking of the random methods where it'll say nothing less than this, nothing more than this, give me a random number in between. So current move speed. What was I doing? Why can I not read math? Current move speed. And then we're adding the rate of change and the delta time. That's the dampening, which we don't care about for this. We don't need a dampening. Just needs to move. And not... Alright, so let's go look this up. It's probably easier to look up basic movement. So we need to... There we go. Controlling the player. How to change the movement speed of a character. So this is back from 2017. So this is more recent, which is great. All right, so you don't take the time it needs to render a frame into account. I think this is what you need. All right, so I'm creating a 2D platformer and have managed to get a working script to move the character using the arrow keys. However, it moves very quickly. I tried introducing a speed variable into the script, but that broke the movement altogether. Any ideas on how to implement? So he did the same thing we did. He created a new position. He's like minus, plus, whatever. So what they're saying is say, hey, this position X. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's way easier than what we were doing. I'm stealing that. Steal. Yes! Happy Monday, Thursday. I heard a really good quote about that today, and I can't remember what it was now. Which is why I have a notebook of quotes. Alright, so let's see here. So let's go back and let's simplify this. We don't care about this stuff. What we care about is... Wait, before I erase anything. There we go. So instead of creating a new object and storing all the stuff in it, we're just going to directly interact with the object that we have. So what we're going to do then is do this dot y. Let's go back and look at that real quick. What did it say? Okay, I do need to check for left and right, so that's easy enough. Ted. Monday, Thursday. Monday. So, fun story. While I write this out real quick, if I can write and talk. I can't write and talk. I have actually gone to a Monday, Thursday celebration where we actually took like a replica of Passover, including like the bitter herbs and all the little pieces of it. And I will tell you one thing, I would not have survived that meal. The lamb was good. That was about the only thing I could eat. Bitter herbs are very bitter, at least the way they made it. But it was fun to walk through. Like, they explained all the parts of Passover and what each little tiny piece of the meal represented in relation to the cross. And it was really cool. Yeah, that's cool. No, that helps because I didn't know that. So Mondi comes from the word meaning command, Alex says. Okay, so what we're going to do then, so speaking of commands, so if our horizontal input is less than 0f, F just means it's a float, not just a 0, which could be null or anything else. So if we're moving left, then we're going to go negative, Control X. And then we're just going to take this, we're going to remove this, we're going to take this, going to copy it, going to paste it, Z, let's put one more in there, oops, Z, oh my word, why is this a thing? Copy. By the way, copying and pasting as a coder is a very, very bad practice. If we're greater than 0, then we are going to do Y, and we're completely skipping 0 because 0 means we're not moving. 0 means it was not pressed. Oh, no, this is still X. Sorry, this is still X. This needs to be positive because if it's greater than 0, remember I said we're moving to the right. So, positive. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, but for the vertical. And actually, I'm going to show you guys a fun little trick here if it works for me. Nope. Nope. Yeah, okay, that's how you do it. So if I do this, and then this, I can type, there, changed both at one time. And then this, I'm going to do the same thing, and hit Y, and then the rest of that's the same. Because we're going down, we're going up. Yes, 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 we got it. Okay. Yeah, I was actually, let's see, this is so much different from those hacking scenes in movies. Yeah, it really is. Speaking of commands, yeah. I actually walked into a Monday, Thursday communion ceremony by accident outside after lunch today. The chaplain was giving it as I was walking back to work. Oh, I think that's fun. All right. Let's see. Did we do it? Can we move our hand? Drum roll. Or not, or play. All compiler errors. Okay, so we have errors. What was it yelling at us about? Okay, storing the value. Okay, fine. Fine, we will do it your way, Unity. We will do it your way. That's why I don't delete things. Did I delete it? This is why you don't delete things. All right. All right, so we have my rigid body. Let's get this back. Why are you yelling? Quit yelling at me. Did I remove my rigid body up here? I did remove it up here. That's fine. Oh, I don't want rigid body. I don't want rigid body. That's not correct. I just want... I slowly suck around. Give her him. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so float current move speed equals final move speed equals 0. So you always start at 0. And then we're going to take this, copy, we're going to do this. Wait, equals, hold on. Final vertical move speed is going to be transform dot position dot y, and do that. And this is going to be horizontal, and this is going to be x. I don't know why you're caring about that. Okay, so we have our x and our y, horizontal, copy. So this is going to be horizontal. This is going to be horizontal. This is going to be vertical. This is going to be vertical. So what happened is, it's like you cannot directly say transform dot position dot x equals. You have to create a new thing and then set it. So that's what it was yelling at me for. So I have now taken that call out and I said, okay, here's a temporary variable. We're just going to hold it here in this variable. The variable is like a box. We're going to hold this here. And we are going to come down here now, and we're going to set the new location. I'm just going to remove this. I don't care about that anymore. I can find that again easy. So now that we have a final move speed, what we have to do, yes, it's going to be used. Be patient. How is this done? Oops, nope, don't want Spotify. Stop, close window. Thank you. Okay, I see what it did. All right, so again, and this is coding. This is coding. You rewrite things over and over and over again. All right, so we have a position now. And actually, I'm going to just say position because it's already a thing. Put that on the end of it. Just pull these out. There we go. Now that should have quit yelling at me. So it's assigned but never used. Yes, we know. So now how do we reassign it? We are going to holy cow. I don't care about that. Makes sense, 27 thing. I kind of like this, transform.translate. But that's basically what we're doing. So let's try that. Let's try transform.translate. Let's see what it does. Down here, so we're going to do transform.translate. And it's going to be X, Y, and Z. So X is final horizontal movement speed. Y is final vertical moving speed. And Z is always 0 F because we don't care about Z. Alright. We're bad as a coder to copy and paste. Yeah, I know. I copy and paste all the time. Hi, Magic Marvelous. How you doing? It does give you less practice. Are you happy? You're not happy yet? Did I save it? Save. Be happy, please. Oh, it does not like that. It does not like that at all. Okay. Alright, so it did not. Doing pretty good. Struggling through this. I can't remember the absolute basics of how to assign a new position in Unity. So it's not transform.translate. Unity 2D basic character movement. I don't want to watch a video. I just want code, please. So we got a rigid body. We're not doing a rigid body though, but we're getting that. There's the inputs. Getting a move horizontal, getting a move vertical, getting a movement. This is a vector 2. Adding force. Can't do that. We're not adding force. Player controller script, Unity. Let's try this. On enable, start, don't care about that. Update, don't care about that. Velocity, don't care about that. Move. I have no clue what this is doing. So I can just set, but see, that's the rigid body. I don't want to deal with rigid bodies. Because rigid bodies add gravity, and I don't want gravity. That's what I'm trying to avoid. We don't want gravity. That's an override. I'm trying to remember how we did this. Maybe it was... leaving that. I don't want to change that. Transform dot position dot nope. All right, set unity 2D set velocity. It's not velocity though, because we're not using rigid body. Unless I have to use rigid body. Which I think I have to use rigid body for like determining collision on clicks. But let's see, rigid body without gravity. How to turn off gravity. You can turn off gravity individually on each rigid body. In addition, you can turn off gravity globally or in code. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Let's take a step back here. Let's take a step back. We want the rigid body, and I knew that. I knew that because we need the collision. So rigid body 2D. But we don't want gravity. Gravity scale is going to be 0. We don't want it to fall. All right. This is going to make it easier because rigid bodies have the velocity. Maybe, but I know how this works, or at least I used to. Whether or not I remember is a different thing. So the way this works then is if I put my rigid body back, right? If I put my rigid body back in here, alright, so we have a my rigid body. There's that. Vector 3 equals new vector 3, and it's going to be final horizontal, final vertical, and 0f. And then my rigid body dot velocity equals and that's really poor naming, but I'm trying to keep myself straight at this point. So let's see if that did it. Oh, it's running away. it just, watch. Bye-bye, hand. Bye-bye. There it goes. See ya. All right, so why is it running away? Because it has a movement speed. If I set this to 0, does that stop it from running away? No, it does not. And I know why that is. That's the delta time kicking in, because delta time is based off the clock. So while the clock is running, it's adding no matter what. Although I thought I said don't mess with 0. Oh, I know why. Hold on. So let's do this. Yep. We don't want to reset this. What we want to do is say if the horizontal input is equal to 0 and the vertical input is equal to 0. So basically, if we're not pressing left or right at all on anything, then, we want is not equal. So we are pressing left or right. And this should be or, because it doesn't have to be both. So if either, or. So either horizontally we're moving or vertically we're moving. Both is a case. Both will still pass. Then we want to set this. We don't want to set it if we're not doing anything, because then it's just going to start grabbing random things to put in. All right, it's not running away now. There it goes. There it goes. No, stop. Okay, something is still obviously set very wrong. Let's see here. What is set wrong still? It's still running away, so that means yes, it's running. It's not only is it running, but it was booking it because it was it's going by the delta time here. So this is the dampening thing. It needs a clamp. It needs a clamp. I mean, that doesn't solve the problem. We still have an issue of it just taking off and running. Yes, it keeps compounding. So we need a clamp. I like that. I like the dampening. I remember book it. I like the dampening effect. What was that clamp? What's the clamp? Math.clamp. Mathf.clamp. Mathf.clamp. And this is going to be final move speed, final horizontal move speed. It should never be less than 0, and it should never be more than max movement speed. And I'm going to go create that variable right now because that is not an actual variable. So we're going to go back up to the top, create that variable. There. Now it's a thing, and it's set by Unity. So we're going to take this, we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to do final vertical. And same thing here. We're going to copy that, paste that there. I spelled something wrong because it's still yelling at me. There. Yay! We have it. Okay, so that's going to clamp it. So at least it's not going to be infinitely speeding off to the right. Oops, sorry. It's okay. It's okay, little green screen. But we don't have an answer for why is it just running off to the right on any button press. Oh, well, no. So we're setting it to the final horizontal. We're setting it to the final vertical. I know this didn't solve the problem, but I'm trying to see something here. All right, so it's not going to just take off. Now it doesn't move at all. And I think that's because because of this. Ooh. There it goes. You can't stop it once it goes. I want to see that again. Let's see if we can go the other direction. Like it's constantly going. So I'm watching these position numbers here. Oh, hold on. Forgot. So it doesn't matter which direction I push. It's just going to take off. Yeah, it's waving. It's a waving hand. Watching numbers. Give me a second here. Yeah, that X is changing. The Y is not changing. All right, so what did we do wrong? Let's see. What did we copy and paste incorrectly? Horizontal, vertical. Horizontal is X, vertical is Y. They should be identical because we have a movement speed. Bye, Felicia. We're clamping the horizontal and the vertical. We're moving. It should be stopping. All right, so all this is going to do is spit out to the console. Alright, all that's going to do is spit out to the console when I hit play here what those inputs are. So let's see what this does. So this console here, alright, so everything says 0. So if I press left, The inputs are reading correctly. All right, so that's, let's do it again, and let's press. So up and down also triggered. So something is, I'm not doing something correctly. Okay, none of these are hard set, except for the ones that say set by Unity. These are not else ifs. Oops. So else ifs. So we get the current position. Okay, hold on. I'm making some changes to make this a little bit clearer. So this is not, oh, hold on. I mean, the naming is still wrong. I'll change that later, but we're not, yes we are. We're adding it to the current position. All right. Don't you have to create a stop point, says the guy who knows something about programming. Well, the stop point should be when the key is up, because when the key is up, this equals 0. If this is 0, then 0 is not less than 0, nor is it greater than 0, and there is no check. Maybe a stop point is not a bad idea. Let's try this. I mean, the else is implied here, because if it's not this or this, it's not doing anything else. There is no other option. So that's implied. Same thing here. If we're not moving left, or if we're not moving down, or we're not moving up, I think. Oh, I know it's wrong. So if we're not moving left, that's what this says right here. If we're not moving left, is not just 0. Sorry, if we are moving left. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me try this again. So it's moving right every single time, no matter what button we push, which means it's getting into here. Actually, you know what? Oops. Copy, paste. Paste, moving down, moving up. All right, we don't need these. I know that's correct. think that's the problem right there. No, that should be right. That should be right. That should be right. Let's see what our numbers say. Let's take a look at this. All right, let's clear this for visibility. And this spits out, the update function runs every frame, so that's why this starts printing constantly, because it is spitting out every frame. So if I hit this, it is constantly moving left, even though my hand is off the keyboard. Oh, look how slow it's moving. Our clamp is working. So coming up off the keyboard is not working. I think I know why. Let's clear this. I chose to use get access raw, and let's go see what that does. So Unity 2D get access raw. There's a massive mosquito. Get out of here. Get. Go away. Returns the value of the virtual access identified by access name with no smoothing filtering applied. The value will be a range from -1 to 1 for keyboard and joystick input. Since the input is not smooth, keyboard input will always be either -1, 0, or 1. This is useful if you want to do all smoothing of keyboard inputting processing yourself. Okay, so this is not the issue. Get access page describes in detail what the access name for get access means. So let's look this up real quick. Unity 2D I don't know exactly what to research. Let me read this through one more time and see. So let's just do get access, because get access should be horizontal and vertical, position, horizontal, vertical. If we're moving horizontally or we're moving vertically, then go set it. Go set horizontal, go set vertical. The problem is it's not picking up off the keyboard. It's not resetting. What did we do over here? Did we do anything over here to reset? Oh, come on. Work with me here. Let me move you. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's see where all our pieces are. So if I scroll to the top here. Alright, skipping all this. Alright, so last mission state we don't care about. Rigid body, admin. That's all created on awake. So on update. Don't care about colliders. Don't care about grounded. See, we use an access raw here, so we know that's fine. If it's greater than 0, if it's less than 0. If we're moving left, which is what we just said above. I know, guys, derpin. This is the fun stuff right here. You gotta figure out, gotta be a problem solver. Figure out what did you do wrong. But that's it. Doesn't make sense to me, but I don't want to do that because this is where my naming is screwed up. My speed is actually my new position, so I'm just gonna, can I refactor this? Refactor, rename, refactor, rename. All right, so see, that's important. But the thing is, this does not matter because at the beginning we're resetting it to wherever it's currently sits. So if we're here and we move this way, then on the next frame it starts here. Then on the next frame it starts here. Programming stream, you should put dramatic music on in the background and make it seem well. Okay, so to be fair, my favorite work music is like movie trailer music, so it does get dramatic. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Final vertical position. We're doing, let me see one more time. Oh, I think I'm wrong on I'm wrong on something. Okay. So if I just tap. Okay, so that's correct. That is actually reading. Left, right, up, down. Left, right, up, down. That's reading fine. I was wrong. I thought this was continuously spitting out, which meant it was stuck in a loop. It wasn't. There's no else statement. So there was no else saying, oh, if you're not doing this, then print this out. Okay, so that's fine. That still doesn't tell us why we're taking off running. Very slowly at this point, but still, taking off running. Why are we... What if I do this? Oh, there it goes. So that too was kind of important there. When I was a college, I would listen to music while typing up papers, but whenever I knew I was within 4 minutes of completing my paper, I would put on a specific song. Because I'm lame. That's awesome. That's not lame. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out if there's a setting that I missed in here that is causing it to take off running. It made you type quicker. What song it was. I'm waiting to hear this one. All right, let me think here. All right, let's talk through this one more time. Horizontal input, get access. Horizontal. Vertical input, get the access for vertical. And I'm going to go back to raw because that didn't make a difference, and I like what we're doing. Get the current position. Our final horizontal is X. Our final vertical is Y. If our input is moving to the left, we know this is correct. Then horizontally, I wonder if I should not just take this delta time off. I could slow it down. Just took off running. All right, so everything, okay, everything is left and right, no matter what I did. Taking delta time off made a difference, so that's helpful. I don't think we need this clamp anymore, because we only have one move speed. Yeah, we can slow it down. I'm thinking. Sorry for being quiet. I'm trying to think. We're missing something so simple. So all this transform.local scale does is it flips our sprite, I believe. Alright, see you later, Light. Okay. Oh! Okay, so I could start it moving to the right. Old West? Oh, fun. Sorry, I think I missed a bit there. Is our goal to get the... Our goal is to not take... Okay, look. I'm going to hit the A key, which is left. The goal is to get it to not do that. Also, once it's moving, like, everything just speeds it up in that current direction. So, obviously, my math's wrong. And it shouldn't be that difficult. Maybe it's the fact that I have speed. What if... Just out of curiosity, let's just remove speed. Whoops, not completely. I meant like remove speed. Let's take speed out of the equation. Let's make this it needs to not move on release because all my checks are on left and right. Like, if there is an input, then do something. If there is no input, then stop is what it should be doing. No, stop. Ugh. maybe. Oh, hold on. What if? I think we're going to care about that max speed. I don't know why, but we might. But see, I think this is our problem. I think the fact that we're adding it to velocity is the issue. And this is not good practice because we want it to Okay, that's something. It's still shooting to the right. All right, let's put our max back on again. Okay, so that was that. So actually, I'm gonna undo all the changes I just made. This is gonna be position. This is gonna be we want our max speed back. Oh no, I think just having a hand speed is fine. Alright, so our speed is 0, so if I do 2. Alright, it's super fast, but it's not running away anymore. Hey! But that is really crazy stupid fast. So now we need to slow it down. And that's where we're going to add back our... I'm going to show you guys a trick. Hopefully this will work. I'll just do it by hand. It's easier. Public float max speed. Then we're going to do slow the hand down. Final horizontal position equals math f dot clamp. Final horizontal position 0 f max speed. Duplicate that. Make this final vertical. Share that here. Save. Run. Well, okay, I literally can't go beyond. So clamp is not working because it will not let me go past 0, 0. So remember how I told you this is a timeline? So this point is 0, 0, XY. I told it to clamp it at 0. So I literally can't go. So that's not going to work. Alright, so we still have a velocity problem. We got our position right, but we have a velocity problem. And now I'm stuck at 1 and 1. See, x is 1. That's what's happened. Okay, so that's wrong. That's still wrong. I think I'm about mentally done for the night. I'll go till midnight. I do have to work in the morning. About to go to sleep. I just wanted to stop by, cheer you on for another bunch. Yay! Thank you, Gold. You're sweet. We got it moving. Now we're just trying to slow it down, which this doesn't work because all I've done is told it you can't go below 0, x, or y. So that doesn't work. Definitely not late. No, you're not, DZ. I'm curious. Alright, so this is the absolute value, which means if it's negative, it will still be positive, and then I'm just going to handle that there. So for now, it's this one. Frosty Fox! It's okay to rest up if you're tired. It may not be good to try and make your brain work if it's not working. Yeah. Hi, Frosty. Alright, let's see here. I just quit working. Oh, let's take these off. Still not convinced that is a thing. I still think that needs to be a thing, but we can figure out how to make that work later. Okay, it's still... Wait. Oh, why is this so entertaining? Alright, I got one more idea. Let's put our hands move speed back in. Yeah, this is basically what happens when you're programming. Like, this is, now, a good, like, mid or senior level programmer would do a lot less of this, but this is how programming works. Oh, it's broken. Line 45 and 52. 45 and 52. What is it yelling about? What did I do wrong? What did I delete that I should not have deleted? There it is. Got it. Alright. I was thinking it would be good, so it's going to be a mouse, like, on here, and so, like, was thinking it might be good to have mouse movement speeds, like this, because there will be different types of screens, but it might be that that's a moot point by the time it comes down to, like, putting this on the Switch, or putting this on a computer, because it's kind of like already set by the computer. I'm thinking it's a moot point. I'm trying to slow it down right now just so I can control it because it's way too fast right now. But now that we're on the right track, what I think I can do is come here and have a move speed of like 0.25. That might slow it down. That slowed it down. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Look. 0.25 is still really incredibly fast, but it's not nearly as fast as it was. All right. Frosted Flakes. I've already eaten, but I am thirsty right now because I've done nothing but talk. Talk and talk and talk. All right, so let's knock this down to 0.10 and see if it's more manageable. Oops. Let's knock this down to 0.10. Progress. Boop boop. Yeah, see how much slower that is now? Now that's a little bit too much. So I think my happy number is probably going to be about 0.15. Yeah, see that's... Alright guys, it took us an hour and a half, but we have a moving mouse. Sweet! Actually, I think I'm about done there. We did make progress. These are such tiny steps and they should not be so tiny, but they are tiny, and it's just this is the bittersweetness of programming. Getting something that you've worked so hard to work is amazing. Like, that feels great that now I have a mouse that actually moves at a decent pace and it's not shooting off the screen in one direction, right? Why did it take an hour and a half to make a mouse move? Like, that's the kind of things that I struggle with as a programmer. Like, there are some things that feel like they should be more intuitive, and there are some things that you're like, oh no, that's a more difficult problem that should have taken as long. I'm still a junior developer basically, so I'm still having to learn. I'm learning the language on top of learning the semantics on top of learning still like programming in general. If it's not PHP, I don't know how it works. So yeah, this is the nature of programming when it comes to teaching yourself. Going into a classroom, you do get specialized projects, direction, a mentor that you can go to, but you're limited on the time you have, and you're limited on the technology that's available at that time. And by the time you take a 3-month course, something in the language has changed. I mean, that's just how it is. So yes, this is fun. This is problem solving. It's infuriating when it takes so long to do something so simple, but it's still satisfying too. So that being said, I don't even know. We are at a point where most of the people that I am happy with rating are offline. We can kind of take a peek here. I'm gonna pull this aside because I don't know what might come up. I've been watching a lot of vet tech videos of, you know, dogs and cats and things at the vet, because I find anatomy somewhat interesting. But that does mean that my suggested videos are not always censored. All of a sudden I'm not signed into YouTube. It did this on my work computer too. It like kicked me out of everything and made me, oh, okay, we have people. We've rated some of these people very recently. Let's see here. We have, let's go hit up. Let's go hit up Monster Matt. I know we just rated him recently. I need to start keeping that list updated because I don't remember. Let me see if I can see this chat here real quick. How many people are here for a raid? My Streamlabs says I have 7 online. Type at me, like wave at me or something in the chat so I can see how many people we're talking about taking, because we could hit up a bunch of different people right now. I think the only safe one, yeah, just briefly is fine. Just go and drop a like, subscribe if you like what you see. I think Monster Matt's going to be the one, but there's only 3 of us. Do we have more people? I have 4 of us. All right. Oh, it's a bow on my side. That's cute. 7. Do we have a 7? 7 is probably over there modding format. That's what she does. Oops, sorry. With 5 people, we might have to hit up a smaller channel. The bee emoji. Let's see here. Yeah, she's offline. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so we're talking about taking about 4 people. Alright, I'll give you guys... let's do it. I mean, we're 4 strong. Monster Matt has 17 watching, so that's going to be a... we're going to be small in comparison. But it is something. So let's go do that. I think Ted would like to meet Matt. All right, guys. I'm going to try this. I have a command now. Does it work? I don't think it works. Darn it. It's supposed to send a chat. Unless I'm flooding YouTube. Oh! It's just going to take forever to get there. Okay. It's on my stream deck. Alright guys, so thank you guys so much for hanging out. I do have my intro I'm going to put up. As I put my intro up, I'm going to come over here and grab Matt's link and I'll paste it to you guys. So yeah. Thank you guys for spending time with me. This was fun. This was a longer stream. Derpy, as we call it, when it doesn't feel like much gets done, but we have a moving hand that we did not have before. So yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to shoot my outro out, paste you guys the link, and I'll meet you over in Monster Matt's stream, guys. Thank you again, and I will catch you later.